Hello everyone, welcome back to another Nitro type video. It's been a long time since I made Nitro type content because Nitro type content has been dry recently. There isn't many updates and the last season was 3 months long, which is kind of ridiculous. But the season is ending tomorrow and that means there will be a new season that will start. And now I have some leaks of the new cars and the new titles for the next season. The next season will obviously be another back to school season, but I think this back to school is a bit different than our previous back to school seasons because it's a different style. And here we are with our first car. It's called the Bliss Excalibur GT, which is based on the Mercedes AMG 1. It's a pretty cool looking car in real life and in Nitro type. It's pretty detailed, I can say, because you can see the headlights and the intakes all the way down to the spoiler, and the curves just looks pretty awesome. And it definitely will paint well. And here's our next car, which is the Bliss Nebula. This is based on the Porsche Mission X, which is a concept car that has been introduced very recently. I'm pretty sure that most car game doesn't even have this car yet, and I'm surprised that Nitro Type will be adding this in the next season. This car is definitely gonna be a pretty popular car because it breaks the traditional design of mean-looking hypercars. Because as you can see, this car looks very clean and simple, and plus we got this glass balcony right here that looks pretty nice. And this car will also be a beast on tracks with lots of turns because of the lightweight and the good power to weight ratio. It can even compete with cars like the Bugatti Bolide and Jesko Absolute on tracks. Even though this car is a concept right now, but we can be sure that its performance will be stunning. So in Nitro Type, this car is painted blue by default. It actually looks pretty good. You can see this engine right here, and then the unique tail lights. But I'm not sure about this part, because on the real car, the tail light itself is the spoiler. And here is our next car, which is the Fantasy Aegis, or however you pronounce it. This is based on the Maserati Project 24. It's another concept car. This car is also pretty futuristic. It's like our basic concept car look. So it has pretty decent looking with all these textures and stuff. There's also tons of different colors that are mixed together to form this car. And there's also the Nitro Type logo on the hood. And there's also the Nitro Type banner right here. And we'll come back to the titles later. And this is probably one of my favorite cars of all time. This is the Cornera Apex, which is based on the Koenigsegg Jesko. This is one of the most popular hypercars in the world, with very stunning performance and extreme handling on the tracks. This car also has very good detail. You can see its unique windows and all the textures on the hood. And there's also the iconic Jesko spoiler on the back. This car will also paint very well. And we got a returning car this season, which is the Cornera Apex Evo. This car was added back in the 2022 back to school, which is the last year's back to school season. This car is just a Lamborghini, but it's golden and with the NT symbol. There's really not much to talk about. And the last car for the season will be the Steamtech F1, which is another Porsche, but it's the Mission R. It's another concept car, but this one had been introduced to real life recently. This is also a very creative concept made by Porsche. So you can see the large spoiler on the back, and then the almost the whole top is like glass, and you can see through it to see the engine and the interior. The front also looks good with all these textures on the hood, and it also mixes many different colors because it has red on the front, and then the middle part is white and black, and then there's also the spoiler. It's another pretty good looking car. So from these cars, we can see that this season will be about newer hypercars and some concept cars. So this is really a different style back to school season, because I don't know how these cars relate to back to school. Maybe they can help you get to school faster. I don't know. But I'm personally a big hypercar fan, and I'm really looking forward to this season right now. And now let's go back to the titles. So for the titles, we got the Speed Scholar, the Algebra Ace, Race Day Prodigy, Fast Track Flyer, Field Trip Speedrunner, and the Number Cruncher title. So these titles all relate to school stuff. And I don't think there's any particular titles that looks promising. And I don't think any of these will be pretty popular and used by a lot of people. But still, it's good to collect more titles and cars, obviously. But we don't have any information on the stickers for the season yet. So I don't think we'll get them anytime soon. So I guess we'll just see it when the season come out. And that's all for the leaks. See ya.